guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing another series of my Is It a No or a Go first impression, demo, and review. I know I've been doing a lot of these. It's just because a lot of new products are coming out, and you know me, I love testing them out. That way you can see if you want to try it out if it's worth your money or if it's just a waste. Anyways, today I'm super duper excited because one, I'm a foundation junkie, and two, a new foundation came out and it is waterproof. I think, at least for me, that this is the first foundation that I've found that it says or claims that it's waterproof, so I'm super excited to try it out. It's none other than the new MAC Pro-longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. So I picked up the color NC35. The color range is pretty weird. It jumps from NC35 to NC42. So I feel like I'm like an NC40 right now with my tan going on. But the girl at MAC said that NC35 matches me, and I do feel like it does. I am wearing it now. So what I like to do before I go into the demo is read the claims on the website. On the MAC website, it says that this foundation is a tenacious waterproof formula that can be used as a foundation or concealer, wearing for up to 16 hours. Neither rain nor tears can budge this oil-free, water-light product that actually repels moisture from the surface of the face. The formula blends seamlessly on the skin with medium to full weightless coverage in a natural satin finish. So on the website, it doesn't tell you how to use the foundation or what product or what tools to use, but I talked to the girl at MAC and she said to use like a stippling brush, a small tiny stippling brush. Unfortunately, I don't have that, but in the demo you'll see I do try it out with a beauty blender and a flat kabuki brush, and I do use my fingers as well. So as you can tell, I'm super duper excited to try this foundation out just because summer is coming up and it is going to be super hot, especially in Vancouver. It is super humid, and I really am looking for a foundation that is waterproof and sweat-proof and that will stay for like a long time. So the best way to do it is to try it out. So let's go ahead and jump into the demo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side of my face with a beauty blender and the other side with a brush. So let's go ahead and try it out. But first, let's see what the texture is like. So I'm just going to open it up. So I've put a little bit, so it's not liquidy, it's pretty moussey actually. So let's go ahead and try it on the face. So I think I'm going to do this side with a sponge. Oh, it feels kind of thick. So I have it on the left side of my face, just like a thin layer, and this side is not done. I don't know, it looks like it's evened it out. So I'm going to apply it on the right side, and I'm using my Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush. Okay, so you definitely get a fuller coverage with a flat kabuki brush on my right side than the beauty blender, but I like how the beauty blender gives more of a natural look. I feel like since my skin is dry right now, using a brush is kind of like pushing it more into my dry patches, if that makes sense. I think if you have like oilier skin, I would definitely recommend the brush. If you have dry skin, I definitely recommend the beauty blender. So I want to see if it's buildable, so I'm going to put a second layer on. I'm also going to put a little bit on my fingers and see if it will work with my fingers as well. not bad with your fingers if you pat it on. I'm just patting it on to the areas that I want more coverage on. And I like it. Blends out nicely with your fingers as well. Okay, so now I'll do the second layer on this side. Sometimes when I do my foundation, I look so mean because I'm like super focused. Sorry. It does feel pretty light on the skin. It's still a little tacky but not super sticky for a foundation. I'm gonna let it set and I'll be right back with the rest of my makeup on. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my makeup on. I feel like the makeup has now set. It's not sticky anymore. I think it sets pretty fast, not like super fast, but pretty good. Yeah, I think it looks pretty flawless. You can still tell that you are wearing foundation, but I do think that it dries more into a matte finish, not a satin finish. But I can also tell that if you do have severe dry patches, I feel like this foundation will cling on to them. So far, I think it looks pretty good. I did not set it with anything, but I did prime my face before applying the foundation, just because with any foundation, I do use primer under it. But so far, I like the look of it. I will go outside and see how it looks. I'll see if I can bring the camera outside as well so you can see how it looks in daylight. Also, I will be making sure that this is waterproof. I might like spray a hose on me if I can find one downstairs, or I might go into the shower and just take you with me, just like this part, just to make sure that it's waterproof, because that is the #1 reason why I picked this foundation up. But for now, I will be doing some major cleaning around the house. It is 4:14 in the afternoon. I will come back in just a bit and we'll see how the foundation looks in a few hours. Okay, so I'm back. It's now the next day and I'm here to tell you my final thoughts on the MAC Pro-longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. So I'm going to insert a clip of last night when I went to the gym. I just went to the gym downstairs and then I ran up just to show you how shiny my face was, because one of the claims that this foundation has is that it's supposed to repel any kind of moisture on the face. Unfortunately, I don't think that part is true. As you can tell, I had a lot of moisture on my face from sweating, but it's supposed to repel that and it didn't, so I don't think that claim is true. Even though it didn't repel the moisture off my face, I do think that this foundation does last a long time. I wouldn't say up to 16 hours, did it say? Yes, I wouldn't say up to 16 hours, but I do think that it holds up a lot better than other foundations. And the consistency of this foundation is very moussey. It's kind of like liquidy moussey. Once you put it onto your skin, it kind of is easier to blend. I found the best way to actually apply this is with your fingers. In the demo, you see me patting it on as a concealer on top of when I already put the foundation on with a beauty blender, and I think it gives more coverage that way. Just the best way to put it on, I find, is just patting it on, and that's what I did today. I feel like it looks a lot excuse me, and I feel like it looks a lot more flawless that way. But I just want to let you know also that you can still tell that you have foundation on, especially in the daylight. And again, it does cling on to dry patches. That's the only thing. So if you're like normal to combination, I would just suggest like making sure you exfoliate before I use this foundation. So it claims that this foundation is like a medium to full coverage, which I do agree with. I definitely feel like it is buildable, especially with your fingers. I'd have to say that you would get like a medium to almost full coverage. I wouldn't say super full. I feel like if you pack this on, it starts to look super cakey. So I'd say more on the medium side. So at first I thought that this gave like a matte finish, but the more I wore it throughout the day and now wearing it today, I definitely do agree with the claim that it does give more of a satin finish. It gives you like a nice glow. It's not too flat looking, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm trying to say, it does give a satin finish. Also, I do think that you can wear this as a concealer, but I wouldn't recommend putting it under your eyes because I do feel like it would crease. But aside from that, like on your problematic areas, just tap on it a little bit more and it does help to conceal. I wouldn't say it's like the best concealer, but if you didn't have a concealer and you just had this, I still think that this would work close to a concealer. And on the skin, I do feel like it's lightweight, but you still can feel that you have foundation on, or you still have something on your face, but it's not super heavy feel. So the reason why I picked up this foundation is for one reason, and that is the word waterproof. I don't think I found a foundation that claims that it is full on waterproof except for this foundation. So I told you I would go into the shower, so I did, and what I did here is basically just take the shower head and put it on my face, wearing the foundation for about 3 minutes, and then I show you a clip of how it looks afterwards. But then the question remains, is this a waterproof foundation? So my answer to that is partly true. I do feel like it holds up a lot better in water compared to a lot of other foundations. Probably one of the best ones that's held up in water. But to be honest with you, I still don't think that it is super full on waterproof, that if you went swimming like at the end of the day that it would still be on. I'd say it would still be partly on. And the reason why I'm saying this is because my shower head, the water does come out super fast. The more aggressive the water is coming down on your face, the more it will tend to break up the makeup, if that makes sense. Because I did that for 3 minutes and it still lasted and I still had some on, I do feel like it still is pretty waterproof, but not 100% waterproof. But the final question in this whole video is this MAC Pro-longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, is it a no or a go? I would have to say that surprisingly it is a go. I actually do really like the fact that it's partly waterproof or almost waterproof. So say if you're going to like a pool party, this would be great if you just put a thin layer. I like how buildable it is. I also like how long wearing it is. The only thing that bothers me is that it does cling on to dry patches, but I only have a few and I do exfoliate and then they're okay. But if you do have dry skin, I would not recommend this. And also I don't like the claim that it says that it repels moisture off the face, because clearly it does not do that. Hey, I'm happy because I think this would be great to go on top of a BB cream. But on a side note, before I get going, I do want to say that this can get cakey, so just make sure to really buff it into your skin and don't put too much on. But to be honest with you, I really like this foundation and I'm going to keep it for my summer days when it's super hot and when I'm going to go to a pool party. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you again soon. Comment down below on what video you want to see next, and please don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos like this and also some of my upcoming makeup tutorials, and I might do an empties video as well. Anyways, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye!